Hello everyone, this video is a Visage Chapter 2 walkthrough. This walkthrough guide is intended to help you with the Dolores chapter of the game, which is the second chapter to be released for Visage. I'll also be getting the collectibles that are available in this chapter, which are the audio cassette tapes and the neighbours pages. Getting all of those will help you get the George's Memento Master Achievement or Trophy and the Neighbour's Master Achievement or Trophy. If you're looking for help with the Lucy chapter, which is the first chapter in the game, I've made a guide for that already and I'll link it down in the description for you so you can go and check that out if you're looking for help with that chapter. I'll also be doing a video that has both of the chapters together, and I should be producing guides for the new chapters when they come out later this month. Thank you all very much for watching. Let me know if this guide helped you out in the comment section if you can. Let's get this going. Right, so I'm going to skip this cutscene. I'm going to be playing from the beginning of the game as if you've just booted the game up and you haven't played any of the other chapters. I feel like there's a lot of people who will probably find Dolores' chapter first because the item that starts the chapter is kind of easier to find when they're both available. At the time of making this guide, only Lucy's chapter and Dolores' chapter were available. I'll be doing chapter 3. I think there's 2 new chapters coming. I'll be doing those when they come out. But I do feel like this chapter is easier to find. I'm going to ignore the phone call that's ahead of you as you come out. There's a cool Easter egg that's attached to that with a few of the collectibles that I think I did get. I think I got those during this run through. You'll get a notification here about the sanity, and you want to turn this light on and come down here and grab this note. If you've already done chapter 1, you won't have to grab this note, and pretty much you just want to head down here and grab the key that's hanging on the wall. But and you'll already have like pills and lighters, I'm guessing, but I take the time to go and get some of that stuff here. For anyone who is just booting up the game and then picking up this key, I feel like this chapter is easier to start. This is Dolores' chapter. We're going to have to go back on ourselves and unlock this door. This is the mirror door. Open this door up. If the light's off in here, then press the light switch that's just on the left on the inside of the room, and then pull the cover off this mirror. And once you turn around and walk away from this, that mirror's going to disappear. It's kind of creepy. There it goes. Whenever this game auto-saves, you kind of get a bit of lag, which is annoying. Hopefully they fix that. I don't know if it's just my PC. I have seen it happening to other people. But now we're going to have to go to the living room and pull the cover off this mirror. And the third mirror is up top. You want to grab the basement key here if you haven't played Chapter 2 already. If you've already played Chapter 1, you should have this key already, and the garage key that I'm going to go get now. You need to come out of here and swing a left and unlock this door. Again, this door will be unlocked if you've done Chapter 1 already, but I'm just playing this as if you haven't played any of the content from the game yet. There's a lighter right here. You might already have this lighter again. If you're just continuing on to Chapter 2, you won't have to do this part because you should already. This is to get the garage key. We're going to come in here and swing a right and into this door and open up the dryer to get the garage key. So if you've already done Chapter 1, then you just need to go upstairs and you can skip this. You don't have to do this part. I mean, it doesn't hurt to come here and just follow along with me if you want to, but once we've got this key, we just pretty much go back. But I wanted to grab these first, just to get them out of the way. Make things nice and easy. Right, so now that you've got that, let's head back towards the main hall, which is this way. This chapter's a little more confusing than the other chapter, if you ask me, just because you have to do the mirrors in a certain order. Turn the light on here, and then head down this way, and the final mirror is right here. And like I said before, if you've already done Chapter 1, you can just get the 3 mirrors that we've just done and then continue along. Once you've messed with that mirror, come this way and go into the parents' room. If you do need pills or a lighter, there should be pills in here. Right here. If there's none on this counter, it can be a little bit RNG with these pills. There's some more on the set of drawers that's opposite you when you enter the room. I grab both of these sets of pills just so you've got plenty if you do need them. There's a lighter here as well. Let's grab that. If the pills aren't on that counter where I just grabbed them, they'll be on that chest of drawers right there. You can also find some in the bathroom right here on this little set of drawers if you want them. So now that you've done that, come down here and you'll see George standing at the bottom of the stairs, and we're going to follow him. If you don't go into the parents' bedroom, George won't show up. So even if you don't need pills and a lighter, you probably want to go in there anyway and just wait for a second or two before you go down the stairs, and then George will show up. Ignore the phone call. I know it's kind of annoying to hear it ringing every time I pass it, but like I said, there's a cool little sequence of events that's attached to that, so I thought I'd save it for the end when we get the neighbour's pages collectibles, because you get some more phone calls and they're pretty creepy, and the comic book pages that you get sort of correlate with the phone calls. So right here, you're going to get the reaching hook from this painting in the progress room. So go ahead and pull that out. This chapter is a little bit longer than Lucy's chapter, and the route is a little more complicated to learn, which is kind of annoying when you're trying to get through it fast and stuff. But either way, after you've grabbed that hook, we need to go back upstairs, so we're going back towards the main hall. I'm not sure if Dolores can show up now. I don't think she can. I'm pretty sure she starts showing up after you've done this stuff with the mirrors and gone into the attic. But swing a left when you get to the top of the stairs, and you need to use the hook on the attic door to open it. Pull that down, and we're going to head up the stairs into the creepy attic. If you move quickly throughout this run, Dolores shouldn't catch you. So yeah, come up here up the little set of stairs, interact with the rocking chair, and then this panel is going to open up. When you drop down, pick up the slipper, and then use the slipper with the slipper that's already on the bed. So just hover over it and use that key item. Look at the mirror, look back at the bed, look back at the mirror, and that will trigger the sequence of events for Dolores to show up. The first of 4 of these audio cassettes is on the table right here. These kind of give you clues to some of the puzzles, but I know the solutions to a lot of the puzzles, so I'll go ahead and just tell you them. We'll listen to the audio cassettes for the extra little spoopies at the end of this video, but we won't be listening to them to get clues or anything. I'll kind of just tell you the solutions. So when you come into this hallway, you want to walk down it until you hear the clock start going off, and then come back to about here, and the lights will start flashing and shit. I like to take a pill here because it can affect your sanity when you're standing in the dark. So if you take a pill, it will make sure that your sanity stays in a good place, and then you'll spawn back in the house at the top of the stairs. Head down the stairs, and we're going to follow the blood that is on the floor back towards the progress room. So keep going this way, ignore the phone again. You might need to light up your lighter to see where you're going. We're going to come all the way back up to the progress room and then head down this hole that is now here. Just keep going down there all the way to the bottom. And we've almost started the section where Dolores can show up, and with all the mirrors and stuff. This took me forever to figure out the first time I did it. It's fun to speedrun, but it's crazy how long it took me to figure out on my own. But just keep following this corridor. There's only one way for you to go, and you'll come into a room with a circle of mirrors right here. So approach the mirrors and rotate left around them until you see Dolores in one of the mirrors. That's that one. Take a look at her until she walks off and disappears, and then keep going left around the mirrors, and you'll see her again in another mirror. There she is. And then look at the mirror until she walks all the way across. You do need to wait for her to completely finish what she's doing, so there you go, she's done. And then keep going around, and then you'll find her in another mirror hanging in the reflection. This one takes a little bit longer to find, but there it is. And then watch her for a few seconds. You don't need to watch it for any more than maybe 5 seconds, and then head back right around the mirrors, and then you'll see Dolores standing looking at you from behind. Back up from the mirror, turn around, and then when you turn back around to the mirror, she'll have gone. You'll get a jump scare, and then the mirror will fall and open up a hole in the floor that you need to jump down. So down we go. And don't need to talk to Dolores here, but you can, like I do, and she tells you to bring her child.
Bring me my child.
Alright, we'll get on that, mate. So, through this door, open it up. It's one of the doors you've got to pull. And following this corridor will take you back to the main house. So, through this mirror, and now we need to go and get the hammer that's in the garage. So, keep following the corridor and go down the stairs here. If you've already done chapter 1, this door might be open for you. If it's not, use the key that you picked up earlier to open this door. Head on in, flick on the light that's directly to your right as you walk in, and then open up the car door. Sit in the car. You don't have to turn the car alarm off, but it's kind of annoying to listen to throughout the run. So if you interact with the left side of the dashboard, you reach and turn it off. And I like to do that so I'm not listening to it. The difference between the car and the phone is that the car doesn't stop, and the phone stops when you get far enough away from it. So interact with the hammer that's through the windscreen, and you'll pull it out, and you need this to smash the mirrors. One thing that's kind of weird about this hammer is that you'd think if it had actually been smashed through the windscreen like it is, there'd be a big hole in the middle. I don't know how you would smash the handle through it. I guess you could, but it looks like it was done from the inside. It's kind of weird. Doesn't look like the head's gone through it. But either way, pull that out and you'll throw it outside the car. It's kind of weird that he throws it out of the car and then you pick it up as soon as you get out of the car. You think he'd just hold on to it, but whatever. So you'll hear a mirror smash, and that mirror leads you to the basement. But we're not going to go through that mirror right now. We're just going to pick up the hammer, leave the garage, back towards the main house. And right now you want to go and smash a mirror that's over in the living room. You don't need to go into it yet. There's Dolores creeping us out. But you want to smash this mirror. You might need to put your lighter away if you've got one in your hand, because you can't use the hammer with one hand. You need two hands to use it. So smash that mirror open, and that's because later when we need to go in there, we're going to drop the hammer, and we just want to open it. Also, it's good to open the mirrors just in case Dolores does start chasing you. If you go into the mirrors, she won't be able to follow you in and kill you. So if you find yourself getting chased by Dolores, and it can happen right now, duck into one of the mirrors for a second until she goes away. Just wait like 10 seconds and she'll go away. So smash that mirror that I just did on the way back to the progress room, and then come up to the progress room. Put the lighter away and then smash this mirror that's in here. We're going to go in and grab the sphere that this baby is holding. So grab that and then head out and head to your left. Back into the main house. I can't see anything. So I pulled out my lighter here, and there's a door at the bottom of the stairs here you'll need to use the garage key to open. So open that door. Keep your lighter out because it might be dark up here. The light might have turned itself off. And this will take you down to the garage where we can smash open this sphere that we just got. So I almost went the wrong way here, but yeah, you need to do this in the garage. Don't come out here, stay in the garage. I think I realised here somewhere that I need to go back to the garage here. So back down we go. And the lights are off, so I'm going to make sure all the lights are on. Open up the vise. Yeah, it's my small mistake there, but it's easily avoided if you're following along. This route can be kind of confusing because there's a lot of back and forward, but small mistakes like that don't bother me too much. But we need to open up the vise, use the sphere with the vise, and then it'll break open and give us this piece of paper. So this piece of paper gives us the clues to the puzzle in this mirror that's opposite me right now. Dolores can attack you here, so remember what I said, if you start hearing weird noises, it means she's coming after you and you want to duck into one of the mirrors. So when you come into this mirror, go to your right, you need to turn the first plate 3 times and the third plate once, and that's the solution to that puzzle. Open the first window and the last window right there, and that's that part of the puzzle. Pick up the candle that is on the candlestick right here. And put it in the middle and light it with your lighter. There we go. And now we need to put the right times on these clocks, and I can never remember the times, so I ended up pulling out the piece of paper so that I could have a look. I was trying to be brave here and remember them, but... So 3:30... No, I knew I got it wrong. I think it might be 3:30 though. I think the first one might be 3:30. But you need to pull out the piece of paper we just got and press right click to read it, and that'll open it up. So the times we need are... It looks like 12:30 for the first one. So we're going to rotate these hands. Little hand on the 12, big hand on the 6. And let's have a look again. I'm bad at memorizing stuff, obviously. Middle one looks like 3:30 and the other one is 6 o'clock. So 3:30 and 6 o'clock. Let's go ahead. Bring this all the way around to the 6. Big hand on the 6, little hand on the 3. And this one was 6 o'clock, right? So little hand on the 6, big hand on the 12. There we go. And you'll hear a click when you've got that right. Once you've done all 4 parts of this puzzle, you just want to circle around the room a few times, and that'll unlock a new area for you to go into. Put away your lighter, because you're going to need both hands to get the next item, which is the baby monitor. So keep circling around the room. Keep going. You'll have to do this 3 or 4 times, and then eventually there'll be like a new little room that opens on your left. Keep the hammer with you for now, but we're going to drop it so that we can get the baby monitor. So just keep spinning around. Keep walking. There we go, here it is. So drop the hammer right here somewhere and pick up the baby monitor from the pile of baby monitors. We're going to need that for a puzzle in a little while. So once you've got that, turn around and pick up the hammer again. There we go. And then we're going to head out of this mirror, and we're going to... I'd advise putting the baby monitor away right here. You're going to need to smash another mirror, so just put the baby monitor back into your dynamic inventory. And Dolores is still messing with us, ringing that doorbell. But ignore her. Go up the stairs and go left. And you'll want to come over here and smash open this mirror. Now when you come in here, you're going to have to move fast down the corridor, because Dolores starts chasing you down it when you come in here. And you need to smash the floor with the hammer. So right here, start smashing the floor. You're going to have to hit it 5 times in total. You'll have to wait for the hammer to come all the way back before you can use it again, so don't try and click too quick. So once you're down here, Dolores will look down on you and then bugger off. And this next area has a puzzle. The solution is in the room, but we're not going to look for the solution because I already know it. There's no point. The solution is there's like a piece of paper with the things you've got to look for in the middle of the room, and strapped to these bodies are different pictures, and the piece of paper with the writing on it correlates to different interaction points that you've got to use the crank with. But it's always the same. So just grab the crank from the middle when you go upstairs, and you want to interact with this one over here, and the back of the room over here. Okay. And after you've done that, you'll hear the chains going off, letting you know that the hole in the floor on the bottom floor has been opened. So head all the way down the stairs that you came up, and then drop down the hole right here. There we go. And duck under these beams. There's 2 beams along this path that you got to duck under. There we go. And open up this door, swing a left and open up this door. So I can't see anything in here. I pulled down my lighter, I think, because I just cannot see a thing. There we go. And we're in the basement now, I'm pretty sure. Yep. So when you're here, smash this mirror. We're not going to go in here just yet. Face it, put your lighter away, and smash it open. And then some lights down here you can turn on to make it easier for you to see. Right there. And we need to open up this closet. There's another mirror in here that we need to go into right now. But there's also a storage room next to us. You don't have to open it right now, but you can if you want. You're going to need to go in there a little later. I'm pretty sure I open it at some point. So, squeeze in through the hole in the wall in this room, and then back out the other hole. So, we're going to open the door right here. There's an Easter egg in this area if you want to get it. I'm going to do a guide for both chapters 1 and 2 together with all of the collectibles that are available in those chapters, and I include the Easter eggs as well. I don't do the Easter egg here, but what you'll want to do is grab one of those crosses that's blocking the door when you first come through and bring it with you all the way up here. I don't do it because it's not really necessary. I can tell you how to get it though. It helps you get the grab the shotgun achievement if that's what you want. So use the crank right here. Up comes the cross. So the cross has a crucifix in it that you'll want to grab. Sorry, not crucifix, what am I talking about? A knife in it. Right there. Mixing up my words. And if you've still got the cross, put it on the hole in the floor right there. When you approach this hole, the cross will lay across the hole. And if you walk across it and go into the room that's opposite you, there's a shotgun in there. It's kind of a cool little Easter egg. When he picks it up, a little flag comes out of the end saying bang. You just get trolled by the game or something like that. But there is an achievement tied to that, so if you want it, you can always come back into this mirror, grab the cross, go back around and do it if you want to. So now we're heading this way. Turn on these lights. There's a couple of mirrors here we want to break open. We're going to put the lighter away again, smash open this mirror. We don't need to go in there yet, but I'm just getting it open for later. So come down here into the basement area, and there's another mirror in this back corner. Be careful because Dolores can always grab you here. You've got a conversation with Dolores in this room. Grab the key off the table.
And yet you always find a way to be late.
And why not smash Dolores in the face?
Again, scribbling nonsense and talking to your recorder. I'm beginning to think you love your work more than me. I know you tire of me. Oh, yes. I know you'd have me gone in a heartbeat if you could. It's just I'm sorry. I'm just tired. Would you be a doll and fetch me some of my special tea? You know where it is. I'll wait here, George.
So, what's creepy about this? Oh, there's a cassette right here as well. Don't miss this. That's a collectible. What's creepy here is Dolores refers to you during that conversation as George, but when you leave, she refers to you as Dwayne, and that's actually your character's name. George is her husband. It's kind of creepy. So we're going to come into the bathroom here and interact with the hole in the floor, and this will take us back to Dolores, where she asks for her child. So now we've got to go and use the butcher knife that we got and get Dolores her tea. This has been a fun game to learn the run for. But now that we're back here, we're going to head back to the main house. Learning the most efficient way to do these can be tricky. But I look up basically the speed run and just figure out an effective way to do things. There's some stuff I don't include from the speed run. There's a couple of glitches that people use, and I didn't want to use any glitches in this run just because it's easier for everybody to do if they don't have to learn glitches. You know, it's easily explainable. So come in here and open up the mirror, and we're going to use... I'll grab the infusion bag and then use the butcher's knife with George. It's kind of a gross scene right here, but when you've done that, he'll drop a key for you. So, what would compel you to stick a knife into a man's chest? I don't know, but we're gonna do it. Apparently it makes them drop keys. Let's go. So grab the key that he drops. It's got I love you written on it. And this is Dolores' husband, so I'm guessing she stabbed him up and killed him. So grab the small key, come over to this back wall here, interact with it, and it's going to reveal a secret hidden door. This will take a second. So just wait for it and use the key on this door. You're going to have to click on this door before it'll let you use the key. You might find that it won't let you interact with it, but just click on it and then it'll let you. Open up this box. The cloud toy is in it. We need that, and there's another cassette in that box as well. When you come out of here, George is going to be standing there. Approach him until he starts walking towards you, and then come back into the back of this room. Just stand here for a second until the creepy music dies down, and then you can leave and he'll disappear. So now that you've done that, head back out of this room. We're done with this area. And we're going to go and get Dolores' tea. Sometimes you'll get a jump scare from Dolores here where she's peeking around the corner at you, which is kind of creepy. But use the far-reaching hook to go up into the attic again. Don't worry if Dolores does kill you. Like I said, you can drop into mirrors to get her to stop chasing you. But if she does kill you, you get a lot of autosaves in this game and it won't take you too far back. So up here, we can use the tea key that we got from the room with Dolores sitting in it to grab the special tea, and then we're going to drop into this room, and we need to use the baby monitor in here, and we'll hear the code 50373, and that's pretty important for the next mirror we're going to go into. Interact with this picture on the wall and you can find the solution to a puzzle we'll need a little bit later. You might want to memorize those pictures, although if you're just following the guide, I'll just show you the solution. It's the same every time. Put away the baby monitor, smash open the mirror in the bathroom, and then head in here. Now, what Dolores is saying on the baby monitor basically correlates to the solution to this puzzle. There's a audio cassette on the table next to the baby monitor receptor thing on the table there. Grab that, and that's all of the audio cassettes. That's all 4 of them. So like I said before, 50373, and so what you're doing here is looking at the clocks and looking for the number 5, looking for, I think, 12 o'clock, then 3 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and then 3 o'clock. But I think the combination is left, right, forward, left, forward, I think. So again, turn the 50373, and you're just following the times on the clock, basically. But again, I'm pretty sure the right way to go is left, right, forward, left, forward. And you can drop the baby monitor now. You don't need it anymore. Get that out of your inventory. And come into this room and interact with the gramophone. Dolores will scream at you.
Touch that.
Don't touch them. She's an angry girl. Right. So, when you regain control, head through the door you're facing and follow the path down the stairs. Some nice scenery in this area. It's a pretty linear path though. Just open up the door, keep following the path here, swing a left around this corner, through this door. This one we need to pull? Yeah, it's the door we need to pull. It can be a little bit awkward sometimes, but that's fine. And then left here. Can't really see much, but just keep following the path all the way down the stairs. And right here, just swing a left as you come through. It's a big ass face with hands grabbing it. But we're coming into this room here in the back area, and we're going to grab the phonograph handle. And you don't need to watch this, you can if you want to, but I think if you try to turn around, the camera will pull you back to looking at the baby's cradle, but you just need to leave after you've grabbed the handle. When you get to about here, the weird audio will stop, and we're going to follow the entrails on the floor here open up the storage room door, because you're going to need to drop the hammer before you go into Dolores' room here. So I just dropped the hammer there, and then we're going to go back into Dolores' mirror and use the tea on the teacup that's on the table. The hammer will get stored in the storage room, and we're going to need to grab that back in a minute. So use the tea, and then Dolores is going to wreck you. So drop that in. And there she is.
I knew it. I'll show you, you damned scoundrel, what bread you're worth.
What bread you're worth. So I think we're over halfway now. Like I said, I do include a couple of things at the end of this run. I also wanted to include Dolores' tapes. I don't think I got them recorded on this run, but I've done another run of Chapter 1 and 2 together, and I included them on that. So I'll just edit that in at the end. We can take a look. So, let's smash our way out of here. There we go. So when you get out of the oven, there's going to be a crowbar and a star toy on the table, and that's why we dropped the hammer before we came in here, because we need to get the crowbar to use in another mirror, and we can't carry both the hammer and the crowbar at the same time. So grab the star toy and then grab the crowbar and then head out of the mirror. So now that you're back out here, we need to go and use this crowbar. So the mirror that we smashed earlier, over here, has a ladder in it. We're going to go in there and climb up the ladder. This is why we smashed this mirror open earlier, because we don't have the hammer now, and we want to make sure that we can climb up here and use the crowbar. And this is the only time you have to use the crowbar. I'm going to use it with the window over here. And this will help us get the compass. And then once you've done that, you'll need to interact with the window. And I think here I was kind of pressing the wrong button. I was pressing E instead of interact. If you're playing this on console, I know this game is coming out on console, the buttons might be different for you, but I'll try to explain it. But you just need to interact with the window and grab yourself the compass, and then you can drop the crowbar because you don't need it anymore, and I'm going to put away the compass for now. So let's head down the ladder, and I pulled a lighter out here because in a minute you're going to need to use it to see where you're going. It's very dark in the next area we're going to, but back here we're going to walk past the bathroom, swing a left, and then an immediate right to come into the storage room. You'll get an explanation about the storage room here if you haven't had it already, and open up this cabinet and the hammer's in there for you. So now we've got that back. Hammer's getting stuck on stuff. We're going to come down here into this hallway with always that. I think that might have been, I think you can go that way to get to where we're going to, but this is a slightly longer way. But come down here, turn on the lighter. It's also more obvious where I'm going. It's kind of difficult to follow me there, so it was probably a good idea that I came this way. You're going to get jump scared there by something running across your screen, so be careful. And keep following the path along until you come to these stairs. And then all the way up the stairs, put your lighter away and smash open this mirror. So I think we've opened up all of the mirrors now. I'm pretty sure you don't need the hammer anymore. If you do drop it anywhere and you need it again, it just gets put back in the storage room anyway. Pull out the compass in this area, and once you reach this point after running through the playground, swing a left and just follow the street downwards. And this is kind of a long section. You just need to run through a bunch of stuff to get the next toy. I think it's the spaceship toy you get in the cemetery. But just keep following. Head towards the gates down here. Kind of a long path you need to follow. So in the cemetery here, there's like these little flowers on the benches that you can pick up. I'm not sure what they do. I don't know if there's like an Easter egg tied to them or something, but there's no achievement that's tied to them. So you don't have to. You see one there on the bench on my right. I'm not sure what they do, but there's nothing tied to them that I could find. So I'm not going to bother with them. They're only in this area, in this one mirror. I'm not sure if like maybe you find them or you get an Easter egg in this area or something, but the other Easter eggs have achievements tied to them, so I'm guessing not. It's like an extra thing. But either way, keep following the path here, and once you reach this point, you want to stray off the path to your right. I think I went past it here, yeah, it's right here in the curve. I was kind of looking for it, like where am I going? If you reach this gate, you've come too far, but it's back here. And it would be on, it's on my left right now, but yeah, here we go. You need to come to this grave. And you'll dig up a box that has the spaceship toy in it. Let's open that up. You probably need to crouch to open this one, or at least to grab it. There we go. So once you've grabbed that, if you go back towards your left, there's actually a quicker path to get back. You can move faster in this area. I think I just went the long way here. I went back the way we came. Either is fine. It doesn't matter. Basically, you want to get back to the big angel statue that we passed a little while ago, and then head along the other path that's there. There should be two other paths. One of them leads to the front gate and the other one leads to the way out. If you're coming from this direction, it'll be the path to your left. You can sort of figure it out by where the angel statue is. It's basically by its right wing over here, with the walls that are closer together. So keep following this, and the gate up here will be open, and you can head in and open up the crypt. Now that you're in here, head down the stairs, and this will take you back to the house eventually, I'm pretty sure. All the way down. I think you can't put the compass down right here, or you can't put it in your inventory, but once you get back to the house, you can get rid of it. You don't need it after this section. So, back in the house then. It's kind of cool how the house keeps changing all the time and stuff. This game is pretty well made and really fun like that. So, we're going to go back past this mirror, and we can drop the compass now or put it away if you want to. I'm holding onto it here, but we need to head back to the bathroom that has the hole in the floor. The door did not want to open here for me. It can be a little bit awkward sometimes. There goes the compass. And drop down the hole in the bathroom again. So now we can go and get Dolores her child. I think after you do that section, or maybe it's the 3, I'm not sure if it's tied to doing that section or getting the 3 toys that we just got, that this next one opens up. But if you remember where we got the sphere earlier, where the fetus was in the middle of the room, that's where we've got to go now to get Dolores her child. So let's follow the entrails, use the lighter, into the mirror, and there's a crib in here now, and you can grab the baby. And yeah, we shouldn't need, providing you've opened the mirrors I told you to do, specifically the one in the living room, you should be good to drop the hammer here. If you haven't opened that mirror, you might want to go and open it now, because we're going to go there in a minute. If you drop the hammer to pick up the baby, because you need 2 hands to pick up the baby, you're going to have to go back to the basement to get the hammer again. So make sure you've opened the mirrors, otherwise, because literally if you get a few steps away from the hammer, it will go back to the storage room, you won't be able to go back and get it. So, come back to where Dolores is, give her her child. And this is why I opened the living room mirror pretty much at the beginning when we were there. But if you've been wandering around the house lost, I'm sure you've opened that mirror because it's a pretty obvious one to find. Basically, it's the one with all the picture frames. So when you give Dolores her child, the Jesus will come off the cross and there is a moon toy behind it. Let's grab the moon toy. And then let's head back to the main house. Now we need to go to the living room and do that mirror that I've been talking about. Again, you shouldn't need the hammer here. Hopefully you've opened that mirror. You saw all the stuff in the house just kind of like pop in there. It's a bit weird, but Dolores is standing at the end of the corridor here, trying to freak us out. Because we're seeing paranormal events, the insanity's decreasing, but that's fine. Just come into this mirror, down the ladder, and the 3 pictures are in this area. One of them is on the wall to your right. As soon as you drop down, you need to grab that one, and you can see the door. The picture is kind of blocking where we've got to go. You might need to drop the picture to open this door, but then pick up the picture and then put it in the middle slot. I think I got the order of these 2 next paintings the wrong way round. I think this one I'm holding right now goes on the right and I put it on the left, so I had to switch them around. I was sort of standing there like, what? But yeah, so switch these 2 around. The left and the right one have to go on the other side, and I was sort of looking around like, did I pick up the wrong pictures? A bit confused, but yeah, just switch those pictures around. I was kind of looking at all of these like, is one of these slightly different and I've messed up? But then I realised what was going on and decided to switch these 2 around, and that did the trick. There we go. Sorted. And then the middle panel will open for you. We're going to head in and use the infusion bag, which I'm kind of looking for, but there it is. The shadow on the bed will disappear, which will give you another of the toys. And I think that's all of the toys now. So once you've got all of the toys, you're going to head back to Dolores' room, which is upstairs. It's usually where the parents' room is, but it's Dolores' room in this chapter. Again, you kind of need to be careful, because Dolores can show up and start chasing you. If she is chasing you, try to duck into a mirror, but we need to go upstairs, swing in a medium right to go into this room and use the toys. Like I said, Dolores can't chase you into the mirrors, so you're always safe in them. But if she does kill you, you shouldn't get dropped back too far. The auto-saving is pretty reliable in this game. Right, so there's all of the toys, and then interact with the mobile, and you'll get the key. So in this room, you'll find the tape recorder to play the tapes if you want to listen to them. But I wasn't doing that right here. I don't think, like I said, I don't think I included it with this run, but I've done another run that I'll just drag them out of and put them at the end so we can listen to those for anybody who's interested. They'll be at the very end. So once you've got this key, come over to the box next to the mirror and use the key with that box. And then you'll want to grab the vinyl disc. So now you have the vinyl disc and the crank. So we're going to go crank it. Let's head towards the garage, which is over here, down the stairs, and you can head through the mirror that was broken open when we were in the car earlier. You don't have to break open this mirror, it's just broken for you. And then you'll end up in this widened corridor, and following this will lead you back to the basement. Because the quickest route is the door next to the living room, but those doors are like shackled closed after you get the garage key. So you can't use those in this chapter. Right. I think possibly at this point the electricity got shut off for me, and I don't get it. in this run through, but if you want to get the electric key, it's in the room with the safe in one of the drawers, and then you need to come down here and unlock the door that's to the left of this mirror that I'm looking at now, and you can reset the breakers to turn the electricity back on, if that is a problem for you. It didn't happen to me in this run. Put the crank onto the phonograph first. Sometimes if you put the vinyl disc on and then the crank, it'll say the crank is missing. It won't register that you put the crank on. So I like to put the crank on first and then wait a few seconds and then put the record on, and everything should be fine and everything will work. This game has a few bugs, but it is early access at this point. Then we're going to come into this mirror that we smashed open earlier, and I'm sneezing. The solution to the puzzle here is to follow the music, and if the music makes weird noises at you, it means you're going the wrong way. But there's a much quicker way to get to the end, and I'm going to take it here. Just follow along with me is the easiest thing to say. All the way up these winding steps. But yeah, if you want to do this the legit way, the easiest way to do it is just to follow the music, and if the music gets all warped and weird like this, you'll go in the wrong way. When you reach here, you want to drop down onto this set of stairs. But I'm just going the quickest route, and the game thinks I'm going the wrong way because it doesn't expect you to go this way, I'm guessing. But you can't take fall damage in this game. Look at Dolores over there. I wanted to take a quick look at this. She's over there wigging out. But this door is the one we want to go to, so you'll hear the music comes back when I get here. Like I said, to make it easier on yourself, you can just follow the music, and if the music gets all warped and weird, just go another way until you hear the music continue normally. This is the only door you can go through, all the others are just blank. But you should be able to find your way through, even if you just follow what I just did. It's easy enough. Okay, so follow this hallway along, and eventually you'll come to a door, and this is pretty much the end of Dolores' chapter. There's nothing else really we need to do except for look into a couple of peepholes from the other side of Dolores' room. You'll end up in the room that had the solution for the picture puzzle, and you can look through and check out what Dolores is doing. So there's two peepholes. You want to look through the one on your immediate left first, and you'll get a look at Dolores. There she is. Creepy woman. And then there's another peephole on the right. And have a look through that one. A gruesome end. So, if Dolores killed George and then Dolores killed herself, I'm kind of curious as to what happened to the baby. But either way, that's that. When you approach this door, it should open itself, and you'll be back in the house in the parents' bedroom. Everything's gone back to normal, and then you want to pick up the hairbrush that's in this room. That's the progress item for Dolores' chapter, and that's it for Dolores' chapter. Nice and simple. You've got the collectibles as well that are in the missable areas if you've followed along with me, but there are some more collectibles that you can get from the house, and I'll include those. They are the neighbours pages. There's two of them to get that you can get in the house at any time, and here's the first one underneath the front door right here. So grab that. I was trying to look at these at one point because I couldn't find where you can actually look at them, but at the end of finding them all I found where it was, and it's in the son's room. But once you've got the first one, go back to the phone and have a listen. Obviously, you might have already listened to the phone, but getting these neighbours pages gives you different phone conversations. So this is why I've avoided the phone calls, so I could save this for the end.
Hello, Dwayne. It's Rose, your neighbor. I know it's late, and I know that I tend to be a little anxious about small things. I apologize for that, but I'm getting a bit worried. I haven't seen you out of the house in about 3 weeks. Is everything all right? Could you call me just to let me know everything's fine? All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, so now that you've had the first phone call, we can go and get the second page. And the next one is through the hallway that you can get to through a door that's in the garage here. So you need to use the garage key to open up this door when you come in here, and we haven't actually been in here yet. So swing left and open up this drawer, and there's the other page. I was trying to look at the pages here because, like I said, they're comics. I was kind of trying to see if you could see them better, but I didn't know at this point that you can go to the son's room and view the pages up close that you've collected so far, so I wasted a little bit of time here. But now we've got 2 of those pages. We'll get another phone call from Rose. I ended up going the wrong way here, so we need to go back to the phone, which is just next to the progress room. Over here. The phone's gonna ring. Let's grab that phone.
Hello again, Dwayne. How are things going over there? Is everything fine? Anything good on TV? If you need some recommendations, I could ask Frank. He sure loves his TV shows. He's either eating, sleeping, or in front of that idiot box. Sometimes a sloppy mixture of all 3. The hardest thing I've ever had to do is wrench the remote controller from his hands. It's the only thing he loves more than me. Probably because of the mute button. I could just go on and on and on and on about things. But look at me talking your ear off. Maybe he's right about that mute button. Just never mind. Dwayne, I'm sorry. I'll let you go now. Talk soon.
Okay, so put the phone down, and now that you've had that phone call, the 2 other pages will spawn in the house, and one of them is in front of the TV in the living room. I'm going the wrong way here. I wonder how long it's going to take me to realise. Yeah, there we go. So let's go to the living room, which is this way, and like I said, these pages are going to spawn up now. Let's grab this one. Again, I spent some time here trying to view the comic, but I did actually just go to the son's room and check out the comics up close if you want to see those and see the story. These pages talk about the neighbour that's calling you, pretty much, and what's going on with her. It's possible, I'm not sure when they added these collectibles, if they were in the game from the first chapter, but it's possible, I guess, that these neighbours are involved in the next chapter somehow, maybe. And there is a really creepy phone call that you get when you've collected all of the pages, which is kind of why I wanted to wait to answer the phone so we could listen to it all in one go towards the end. So let's head up the stairs to get the final page. We need to go into the parents' room right here, and into the closet that connects Lucy's room to the parents' room. Let's open that up and make sure the light is on. And the final page is right here. There we go. Again, I was trying to take a look at this, but I head over and get the final phone call and then come back and view these pages. I think this is a really cool sort of... No, I wouldn't say it's an Easter egg. Well, maybe, I guess, but it's a really cool thing that they've tied into the collectibles. Like a little side story. pretty interesting stuff. This game really is packed full of content. It's pretty great for what it is, and it's been in development for a long time, but it's also early access at this point. I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on the full release in a few days and seeing what new content they have for us. So, now that you've got all 4 pages, you should get your achievement first of all, or trophy if you're on PlayStation. And then head back to the phone, and you'll get another call from Rose. Let's have a listen.
She'll take your body, and then she'll take your mind. Dwayne, oh Dwayne. The years just pile on, don't they? Time is a funny little bitch. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Time just keeps on ticking. But me, I've wasted enough time in this house. It's time I get out there and live. Speaking of, what all are you up to? Maybe I'll stop by later. Frank's a little busy, and I could use the company.
Okay. So, creepy phone call there, and I was like, no, don't come see me. But let's go and have a look at these pages. I think at this point I didn't know where the pages were, but the first place to look for me was the son's room. I guess I kind of just put 2 and 2 together that it's a comic book, it would be in the son's room, you know. So, let's head upstairs, go left, and into this bedroom that's next to me right now. These are where the Matryoshka dolls get stored, so I thought it might be there, but I couldn't see it. And then I came in here, I was looking around, and sure enough, it's on the desk right here. You'll need to turn on the lamp that's on the desk, otherwise you won't be able to see anything. Right, so I've zoomed in so I can read this. It says 1961 Oregon. No, let me go. That's my baby. That's our child. Oh, Lucy, no. Let's go this way, ma'am. We'll get you a chair and a nice glass of water. That sounds good, doesn't it? We've just got a few questions for you. And then she says, Frank, something's happened to that sweet little girl. Talking about Lucy there. What? She talking to herself again? That girl gives me the heebie-jeebies. She's dead, Frank. Are you even listening to me? Lucy is dead. Yeah, I'm listening. Rose, you just gotta see this horse. They call him Ed and he talks. A talking horse. Can you even believe that? And she says, sigh, I'm going outside. She goes outside. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Whoa, easy now. It's okay, I'm sorry. We didn't mean to scare you. I'm 52 years old. 52. You're lucky you didn't give me a heart attack. We've already seen enough broken hearts for one night. Which is exactly why we're here. This area is under investigation. We ask that you stay in your house until further notice. What happened to Lucy? Her parents? We're not at liberty to discuss. And they say on that final square that it's confidential. And here you can see Rose, the neighbour, listening to Frank in the background. She's drinking water. And it says, the new neighbours have a kid. Just one. Oh, I know. I could never live in a house where someone died. Rose, how much longer? I'm starving. Don't make me eat this goddamn remote. Frank, give me 5 more minutes. Dinner is almost... Okay, that's enough. Less talking, more cooking. And he slams down the phone. 1965. A single man, no kids, big house like that. Well, don't get any funny ideas about our new neighbour. You're stuck in this wonderful and happy marriage. Oh, calm down. You know it's not like that. I'm just worried about Lewis. He seems unhappy. And Frank isn't very happy. I kept backing out of the pages here rather than turning them, but that's fine. So, I wasn't gawking at him. He just seems like a nice young man. Oh, sure. I heard you telling your sister all about your new rugby player neighbour. Admit it. I know you want is it Rakan, I think? You're always looking for some man. And this is years later in like the 70s, I think. And you can see that Rose gets pissed and starts throwing stuff at Frank. And it says, hello, Dwayne. And this is the first phone call. It's Rose, your neighbour. And then it says, I know it's late and I know I tend to worry about or become anxious about small things. And you can see here, she's drinking something. So I apologise for that. I'm getting a bit worried. I haven't seen you out of the house in about 3 weeks. Is everything all right? Could you call me just to let me know everything's fine? And she's drinking again. and then says, "Alright, bye-bye," and she's drinking Frank's blood from a bathtub, and she's stuffed the remote in his mouth. Kind of a creepy situation. And she chose to call us while that was going on. Kind of a cool little, I guess, Easter egg attached to the collectibles. We will call it an Easter egg, why not? But only one more thing to look at then, and that's the tapes of Dolores. So I'll have to drag that in from another video, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so here we are in Dolores' room. We've got all the tapes. I tried to stop Dolores from laughing here because she's spawned in the bathroom, and when you approach her she disappears, and I did that, but then when I came back to her room she was back in there again laughing her head off. So we're just going to have to deal with listening to her, unfortunately. You can sort of hear her in the distance. It's not that loud though, so it's fine. So if you come into this room and use the tapes with the tape player here, I accidentally picked the tape back up here, but you need to open the tape deck and then put the tape in and then click anywhere but where the tape goes in for it to play.
Dolores now has moments of severe psychosis. She loses contact with reality for long periods of time. She hardly remembers me anymore. She's lost her trust in me, and it's becoming harder and harder to administer her treatments. She sometimes forgets where she is, or even the fact that she has to wear clothes. She keeps on scratching her nails or banging her head on doors. She murmurs gibberish sentences and roams aimlessly around the house. The other day, she even accused me of trying to poison her. I'm on the edge. I don't think I can take much more of this. How am I supposed to work, take care of the baby, and deal with her dementia all at the same time?
Oh, that's tape number 1. I'm not sure if I played these in order. I think they do have an order, but we're just going to listen to them all. You'll get the idea, I'm sure. I'm really not sure of the order that these are supposed to be played, but I don't think it matters.
I fear that Dolores is getting worse by the day. Her temperaments are extremely bipolar. She gets easily upset over small things, almost always immediately followed by self-resentment and the asking for forgiveness. It's getting harder to cope with her outbursts, but my love for her is strong still, and I'll do whatever it takes to help her overcome her condition. Oh no. I'm gonna be late for tea. Where did I put that damned attic hook?
So there's a clue as to where you'd get the tea. That's probably the one that you find in Dolores' mirror, more than likely. So let's listen to this one.
She has become obsessed with him. She says she can always hear him cry over the baby monitor, even when it's off. She has trouble differentiating him from the dolls in the house. Once she threw a doll away, realizing it wasn't the baby. I am horrified at the idea that she might do the same to the baby, thinking she's holding a doll. I've got rid of all the dolls in the house, and now she keeps on calling him, never remembering where he is. I have to keep a constant eye on both of them. The only time I can get some work done is when she's sedated. It feels like a nightmare.
Poor George. Alright, one more tape then. Let's go.
Dolores' symptoms are aggravating. Doctors tell me it's become very hard to pinpoint the exact disorder. They tell me she's got symptoms of schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, psychosis, dementia, and more. I don't know what to do anymore. It feels like the treatments are only making things worse. Today she told me she often hears her own voice whispering a sequence of 5 numbers through the baby monitor. She said it's the key to her inner house. What does that even mean? What am I supposed to do?
Alright, so there's the final tape. That's pretty much all the content from the Dolores chapter. I want to do one more video for Visage, and that'll be, or at least before the full release comes out, and that'll be both chapters 1 and 2 together, and we'll do like a solid run through both of them. And I'll include a couple of the other achievements that you can get through that as well. But that's it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. Let me know what you thought in the comment section, or if this guide has helped you out at all. If you want to support me a little bit further, feel free to come and follow me over on Twitch. I stream over there quite regularly at twitch.tv/ifreams. I'll also link that in the description and in the comment section down below. Again, thank you very much for watching. Have yourself a great day, and until next time, take it easy.